Hey everybody, Foxy Games here. Welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV Full Story Playthrough. When we last left off, we helped out Lord Emanolin with some chores, in which he did absolutely nothing of merit, and actually almost got himself killed. So, that being said, let's see if his brother, Lord Artoriel, is any more competent than he is. He seems less than eager to have us along. Let us begin anew, Mistress Games. I am Sir Artoriel du Fortemps, eldest son of Count Edmund du Fortemps. You will forgive me my outburst, I hope. I meant no disrespect. I merely consider myself equal to the duties entrusted to me, unlike some. Ishgard has spoken of you often. If you are even half the woman he claims, I shall be glad to have you at my side. To the matter at hand, then, we will be assisting my esteemed compatriots of Houses Durandare and Zemiel. You are aware of our friendly rivalry, I take it. Well, suffice it to say, the prospect of assisting said houses does not fill me with joy. However, it is the will of the Holy See that we set aside our differences at this crucial juncture, but we shall speak more of that anon. First, we must need secure transport to Falcon's Nest. Let us make for the Chocobo Stables and Foundation. I always thought their houses were on good terms. Maybe their knights and other subjects feel it differently. Ishgard seemed to like them well enough. You know, at the very least, House of Zemiel, wasn't that the one, the guy that we saved? God, I'm forgetting. Oh, listen to that beautiful orchestra. Ah, here we are, the Chocobo Keep. And they have black Chocobos here. I've secured Chocobo porters for the two of us. The Chocobo Keep has yours. Very good. Greetings, Mistress Games. I've saddled a black Chocobo for your journey to the Western Highlands as per Lord Artoriel's instruction. Will this be your first time riding a black Chocobo, if may I ask? If so, you're in for a treat. As I dare say you know, this particular breed can fly. Given the right conditions, it can carry you quite high, too, even over Snowcloak. You needn't worry about directing the bird, of course. Like all porters, she's trained to carry you to your destination all by herself. So just relax and enjoy the view. Oh, but be sure not to relax your grip, will you? 2 hands on the reins at all times, if you please. Yes, let's go. I don't remember if I ever used a Chocobo porter in my Realm Reborn playthrough. They're basically like flight paths if you're familiar with World of Warcraft. They take you from one porter to the next.
To the frozen wastes of the Western Highlands, once verdant tracts made pallid by the calamity. Beyond the towering wall of ice, to lands long forsaken that the knights of Ishgard strove tirelessly to reclaim. To the hamlet of Falcon's Nest, once abandoned, now freed of its pall of snow and ash, she came.
Have I mentioned already that the music in this expansion is beautiful? So sad, but honorable. It's got like this really solemn kind of tone to it. Lord Artoriel. The world looks quite different when viewed from the back of an airborne Chocobo, does it not? I still find the experience strangely liberating. Yeah, if only they had thought to animate it. To business. Sir Redwald is in is in charge here. He should be expecting us. I can already see his name over the wall. I did turn the music down a tiny bit because I had made it way too loud. Not that that's a bad thing. The music in this game is absolutely stunning. It has been far, far too long, Lord Artoriel, and who might your companion be? Pray forgive us our lateness, Sir Redwald. I present to you Foxy Games, Ward of House Fortemps. Ah, yes, of course. Lord Drillamont spoke of you. I, Sir Redwald of House Durandare, do bid you welcome to Falcon's Nest. We are both eager to contribute to the settlement's restoration. How might we be of service? Before we speak of that, would I be correct in assuming that Mistress Games is unfamiliar with recent history? Then, with your permission, I shall recount the tale for her benefit. As you may know, Falcon's Nest was once a hamlet with a small garrison of knights and some few villagers, and then came the calamity. When it became clear that the snow would not stop falling, we had no choice but to order a complete withdrawal. The settlement, and the entirety of the Western Highlands, were to be abandoned. Abandoned to the heretics. Lady Iceheart and her kind have walked these lands with impunity ever since. Aye, but no longer. The Holy See has commanded the reclamation of the Western Highlands and the expulsion of heretical elements. Falcon's Nest is key to accomplishing these objectives, but as you can see, rebuilding the hamlet will be no small undertaking. Our craftsmen require support and protection. Any assistance you can offer will be greatly appreciated. As promised, we of House Fortemps are at your disposal, Sir Redwald. You need but tell us where to begin. Yes, I'm sure I've mentioned it before, but Kurthus used to be green. Grassy and verdant, but the calamity kicked up the ether in the area, among other things, and, well, now it's the snowy wasteland that we know it today. Several craftsmen in service to House Zemiel are contributing to the restoration of Falcon's Nest. These men and women are quite skilled at building and repairing fortifications, but their progress has been hampered by a number of factors. Ruff, their foreman, tells me that he has need of a woman with your talents. Would you be so kind as to seek him out? Sure, we'll go and help. Before we do that, I want to attune to the aetherite and grab this chocobo. Well, yeah, sure, grab the chocobo keep. I can't remember when I get to fly here. I know I need to do a bunch of stuff. Yes, you don't just get flying by reaching a certain level in content past a Realm Reborn. It used to be you couldn't fly in Realm Reborn, but that was recently changed. In any other content, you need to find aether currents, which will be explained later on. Yes, I'm Roth, and who might you be? Foxy Games. Ah, the promised help. Glad to have you aboard. I have the honor of overseeing this fine mess you see before you. Sent me over on one of them blackbirds, same as you, to build and mend and tell others how to build and mend. But Fury take me, this ice. It's bloody unnatural how fast it forms. It's icicle sprites, I tell you. Mark my words, there are pockets of them here and there just waiting for me to turn my back so they can sneak out and do their dirty work. So I need you to search the hamlet and put an end to it. If you stand watch long enough, you're sure to find them. Ah, sprites. Mischievous little elementals. Oh, but look how beautiful this place is. The ice and snow. It's almost enough to give me a chill in this really comfortable 70-degree weather I'm having in late November in Florida. Ah, here's our first one. Here's the little blighters. And there's one down. Sounds like glass breaking. which is no surprise, really. Music volume is going to fluctuate a little bit as I get things accustomed to my new settings. I was getting a strange buzzing on my microphone before. Seems to have let up, but I had to mess with some volume sliders to make it go away. Change a USB port. I gotta say, this microphone better not be failing on me. I haven't even had it for half a year, I don't think. There's somebody dancing up there on top of the aetherite. Speaking of, their aetherite looks like it was chopped in half. Oh well. Let's get a nice close-up of my chocobo's ass, and then come up here and kill some more ice sprites. And that's that. Ha! Now there's a woman what looks like she's found her marks. You're just the sort we need around here, the kind that'll hop to when she sees a task undone. Yep, that's me. Man, stuff is still bad. What's it look like? That looks pretty good, so I'm gonna keep it. Just out of curiosity. What do the others look like? Eh. That looks kind of nice. Can't use it, but it looks nice. You're a dab hand at Warcraft, I can tell. Not that I have any skill at arms to speak of, mind, but it doesn't take an expert to recognize expertise. Be a waste to keep it to myself when there are others out what need help, same as me. So if you're keen to keep on doing what you've done, I'd ask you to head north to the Pike. A bloody huge statue out in the wastes, if you've never been. Mason by the name, goodbye Chocobo, of Thieramont is out there tending to the thing. Good man, Thieramont, but I reckon he's taken on too much work for one. Might be there's something you can do for him. Talking like that guy is challenging. Well, look at that big chungus of a chocobo. Oh my god, he is one big chungus. You know, I almost want to go into a snowy biome in Minecraft and make something like this, but then I remember Minecraft bores the shit out of me after like 15 minutes. Thieramont, nice to meet you. Hail to you, traveler. What brings you out this way? Foreman Roth bid you assist me? Well, far be it from me to turn down a helping hand. I've been tasked with the restoration of this sculpture. 5 years of neglect have not been kind, to say the least. Fortunately, I've just the thing for it. Rather, those deep eyes have it. If you could slay 3 and bring me their bristles, I would be in your debt. Of course. That would be those guys. Hello. These things are so creepy. They're like little eye birds. They also have ridiculous amounts of HP. Oh right, I also have a paladin quest to do. Something we'll do after, probably after this quest here, after I finish up helping this guy. And that's 3. I don't suppose you could have killed them yourself. Probably not. There you are. Have you the bristles? I sure do. Ah, feel how coarse that is? That's why they're perfect for scrubbing the soot from this statue. Beautiful, isn't it? The spitting image of Haldrath, first of the Azure Dragoons, and one of Ishgard's founding fathers. A symbol of everything the Dravanians despise, which is why they've taken to searing it with dragonfire every time they pass by. But no longer will we suffer the desecration of our nation's hero. Soon this statue will be as it once was, a proud shining testament to the determination of Ishgard, and a message to the heretics that we have returned. The work may be hard and the conditions harsh, but as a proud Ishgardian I could ask for no greater honor. Well, hey, that's great of you. What do these look like? That's pretty. That's just a recolor, but it's also pretty. That's just a recolor, but it's also pretty. Are you for Falcon's Nest? If so, I have a favor to ask. There's this knight, Sir Isildur, stationed at the anvil to the west of here. She's always treated me with kindness and respect, more than I deserve, to be honest. Any road, while you were away, she came through on patrol, and I think she might have left a package behind. It's a bit of a detour, but would you mind returning it to her? My thanks to you, friend. Sure, no problem. We'll go do that, and then once we get a quest that brings us back to Falcon's Nest, we will go do the Paladin quest. Well, isn't this just cozy? The colder it grows, the bolder the heretics become. Well, yeah. I mean, their leader is Lady Iceheart. What's that? A package? I haven't the foggiest what you're talking about. Confound it, that fool of a... what a waste. What? It was a gift, adventurer. The Armont labors day and night without regard for his own well-being. At the very least, he ought to try to eat better. Why not simply give it to him? By the Fury, have you no sense of decorum? A highborn knight cannot be seen favoring a lowborn mason in such a manner. Nevertheless, I appreciate your concern, as well as your willingness to assist the Armont. May the journey back to Falcon's Nest be safe and swift. Pray give my regards to Sir Redwald. I mean, there's nothing wrong with you giving a guy a gift. Maybe people will talk, but who cares? Anyway, it may seem unwise to show my face back in, in Ul'dah, but we have a Paladin quest to do. Besides, I cut my hair, I'll be fine. Somebody's name was Pizza Dust. I didn't see them in the game, but I see them in the chat here. Hi, Genlins, it's been a while. We live in troubling times, Foxy, as you well know. Yeah, I was nearly murdered. Right here in this very city. That is why it is more important than ever that the Sultansworn stand ready to serve as the sword and shield of the Sultanate. For a time I feared that our order was doomed, but then you helped us to restore our good name. Your shining example inspired many young men and women to seek us out. Even as we speak, they train to hone their skills. A few words of encouragement from the famed free paladin herself would do much to motivate them further, I should think. Perhaps you would consider paying them a visit at Camp Blue Fog. But you're not at all concerned about what happened? Technically, I'm still a wanted criminal here. No, I get that the stories can't really be consistent. Because, what if you take this quest after, you know, after certain events that I can't say because it'd be spoilers? Owen, it's been a while. Well met, Foxy. It's been ages since we last spoke. Certainly not since you helped us recover the crown. At the moment, Phyllis and I are conducting drills with the new recruits at the East Watchtower. They'll be thrilled to see you, I'm sure. To the East Watchtower, then. How did you get here before me? Since we all know you're a woman of few words, I thought we might forego the speech and instead ask you to favor us with a display of swordsmanship. We've laid out bait for the basilisks nearby already, in fact. You need only wait for them to come. Oh yeah, I'll slaughter some fucking basilisks. It's like somebody else is already doing so. Why is there a sprig in here? Whatever. Hi. That guy's getting his ass handed to him. Why? Run, dude, run. It's dead. Clap, 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 clap. Truly a rousing performance, Foxy. Thank you. It's one thing to talk about proper technique, but an altogether different thing to see it firsthand. I think it's safe to say the recruits will long remember this day, as will I. That was it, huh? Oh well. Back to Ul'dah. Hi, Genlins. Welcome, Foxy. I gather the recruits took your lesson to heart. I mean, all I did was kill a basilisk. Would that I had some way to repay you, some knowledge or techniques to bequeath to you. I am humbled to admit that there is nothing I can teach you. All I can offer you is my heartfelt thanks. Pray go forth, my friend, and continue to defend the people of Ul'dah and Eorzea at large. I will do just... Oh. Cutscene? Is it Captain Man? Begging your pardons, Foxy. Oh. Why are you familiar? Is it Papashan? Yeah. We need to talk, but not here. At the dispatch yard outside the city. Well, at least Papashan hasn't abandoned us. Some shit's going down. As usual in Ul'dah. When is some shit not going down? Man, remember the dispatch yard? Some of our first quests happened here. How far we've come as an adventurer. It wasn't long after we first got here that we first met the Sultana under the Sultan tree. And now she's dead. Thank you for coming, Foxy. You must be wondering why I called you here. It concerns Sultansworn, Genlin's predecessor. As you may recall, he continues to search for Oathkeeper, the sword stolen from us by the monetarist minions. From time to time, he sends missives sharing with me his latest discoveries. Only he hasn't, right? His most recent one contained a startling claim. He wrote that he had found the sword at long last. But that was some time ago, and he has not contacted me since. I would not trouble Genlins with this news, not until I learn what has become of Sultansworn at the very least. Will you help me find him? You bet I will. I knew I could count on you, Foxy. For now, all I know is that his last missive came to me by way of Ishgard. Once I learn more, we can begin the search in earnest. Of course it takes us to Ishgard, because it's Heavensward. Level 52? I'm already 52. Suffice it to say, we have some catching up to do. Ah, just the woman I was hoping to see. I now know from where Sultansworn sent his last missive to me. Falcon's Nest, how convenient, a hamlet in the Kurthus Western Highlands. It is there I would have you begin your search. Reclaiming Oathkeeper would do much to restore the honor of the Sultansworn, but we must not get ahead of ourselves. First we must find our missing man. What a convenient way to tie these two things together. But we're still going to hold off on the main quest for the moment. Back in the cold, cold Falcon's Nest, let's talk to Fortemps. Oh my god. Sultansworn? Never heard of him. Was he one of the new craftsmen working with 100 Eyes? Sorry, we see an awful lot of new faces around here. Most don't leave an impression, other than the heretics and bandits, that is. So you haven't seen him, or at least you wouldn't have picked him out from any other, if you had. How about you, Emerisel? Or Maricel, I don't know. A Rogadan paladin? Well, I do recall a traveler who spent several days here at least. And? That's it? I guess so. Jocelo. I can at least get that name right. Maybe. There was a pitched battle the other night out in the wastes. Involved a rather large man and a party of his fellow heretics, to hear the scouts tell it. Naturally, we chose not to intervene. If they wish to kill each other, by all means. That sounds like it wasn't a heretic. And at least one of them might not have been. Not you, Redwald. We'll talk to you later. Alright, Mr. Hundred Eyes. What a name. Heard you was asking after a Rogadan, and in a fashion that might give a man cause to worry. Aye, I know Sultansworn. Knew, I should say. Older fellow, spent some... what the fuck? Oh, it's a whale. Flying through the sky. Somebody, you can get that mount. At some point. Knew, I should say. Older fellow, spent some time chatting with the young blood. He came through, like the rest of us before him, looking for the same thing we all do. Bandits ambushed him in the night, out in the wastes. Buried him with my... what? Buried him with my own 2 hands the next day, out near Camp Riversmeet. Constant took it especially hard, close as he was to him. Bandits killed him? This legendary paladin got killed by bandits? I don't think so. This guy doesn't look particularly happy, and judging by this mysterious purple aura, we're about to fight. Death's Embrace. They have such a cheerful name. They must be friendly guys. I can tell by the way they're stabbing me. Motherfucker healed. Well, they're dead. How are you doing, Constant? Halone's blessings be upon you, miss. I say that was a rather frightful experience. Were you a friend of Sultansworn's too? Ah, good. That is to say, my condolences. I knew there had to be others who'd want to know. 'Twas the work of Death's Embrace, I'd wager. Those fiends you slew just now were sent by them as well. My kinsmen think of them but another band of sellswords or heretics. If only they knew what they were truly capable of. I can only hope that they will heed my warnings this time, if you'll excuse me. So, Sultansworn wasn't just killed by bandits, he was killed by assassins. Foxy, this is Papa Sean. Have you found Sultansworn? Well, sort of. Gods almighty, slain by Death's Embrace? I heard some of those bastards were still skulking about, but I never thought they would try to... Wait, could it be that they were the ones who held Oathkeeper? And that they killed Sultansworn while he tried to take it back? Damn it all, we've still no answers. Though there is still the boy. Get after him and find out what he knows. Man, I didn't expect Sultansworn to fucking die. You know what? I'm not gonna walk all the way back. I'm lazy. Alright, kid. What else did you see? I call him kid, he's taller than I am. A pleasure to see you again, miss. Was there something you wish to discuss? Oh, so you're that free paladin Sultansworn told me all about. It is an honor to meet you at last, Foxy. That is for the second time. My name is Constant. Truly honored, miss. Truly, truly honored. Sorry if I'm a bit out of sorts. It's just, I've been thinking about him a lot. About the day we first met, when he saved me. How his sword gleamed as he danced among the wolves. Yeah, that sounds familiar. I begged him to teach me the ways of the paladin so I could save others like he had saved me. He must have turned me down a dozen times before he finally relented. Probably because he caught me asking around about Oathkeeper. But I suppose he didn't think I was strong enough to help him reclaim the sword. Why else would he sneak off to challenge Death's embrace while I was away? I should have been there, Foxy. I should have been there. I decided I'm going to take it back. Oathkeeper, I mean. He said I wasn't ready to wield this soul, but what choice do I have now that he's gone? And you could always walk away. You want to find it too, don't you? Then help me, Foxy, please. You will? Haloni be praised. You won't regret this. Please don't make me. Oh, Sultansworn could see us now. Two paladins united in purpose. Well, I suppose it's rather premature for me to claim the title, isn't it? One veteran paladin and one aspiring paladin, then. United in purpose. We shall recover Oathkeeper and bring Sultansworn's murderers to justice. As soon as I uncover new information, that is. Of course. Don't get yourself killed in the meantime. Well, because we're level 56, we have the quest immediately. Ooh, we get a new ability, too. Nice. I have tidings, Foxy. Hidden amongst Sultansworn's belongings was a journal, a final entry of which contains what appears to be a map of the Gorgagne holding? Whatever, fuck. He marked a spot near the river, though he did not write why. Yet considering how devoted he was to recovering Oathkeeper, surely it has some relation. I say we sally forth and investigate. We may encounter wild beasts or worse, of course, but we are well equipped to face them. Well, that is to say, you are. Bro. You're a paladin in heart. That's all that matters. That's all I was. And, you know, I had the paladin soulstone, but so do you. I mean, I also have plot armor. You don't. Impressive, eh? It took some doing, but I've managed to resize Sultansworn's solarets. They should afford me excellent protection against thigh-high threats. Well, hey, it's the thought that counts. Anyway, let's see where this map leads. Somewhere over yonder, perhaps. And so Sultansworn really is fucking dead. Holy shit. We didn't even get to watch him die in some dramatic thing. He just died off camera. Gallant coronet. A light catches your eye, and on closer inspection you find a gallant coronet buried beneath the snow. Piece of armor? Some frozen blood. A trail of furrows and blood leads west. That can't be good. Well, it's not looking too great, Constant. Or was it further to the... Oh, Foxy. Find anything? Yeah. Sultansworn armor. Sultansworn's coronet? Then he did come here. There was a trail of blood as well, you said. Let's follow it and see where it leads. Sultansworn was a better paladin than both of us. You really think whatever we're gonna face there, we can face it alone? And I say alone because, let's face it, this kid doesn't have a lot of combat experience. What is it? Blood? Yeah, we've established that. Seems to lead toward the Dusk Vigil. What the fuck are you? You look like some kind of weird chicken dragon. God damn. Man, look, I know it was a bit insensitive for me to say that, but you don't have to murder me over it. You know what? As of the day of recording, tomorrow is Thanksgiving, so I'm gonna eat well after killing this bird thing. Dinner is served, bitches. I hope this is not Sulksagil's blood. I mean, we've already established he's dead. I think it's taking us westward. You know, why do I get this sinking suspicion there's gonna be a huge fake out and Sulksagil's actually alive and... Is this actual water that I can't walk into for some reason? Huh. Must be a fishing spot. Oh good, more of you. That guy says, careful, looks like this one can fight. Or this one looks like she can fight. As a matter of fact, I can. You okay, kid? Of course, Death's Embrace. They must have made camp here and Sulksagil learned of it. Wait, was that movement just now? To the west, we cannot let them escape. They're watching us. Man, just look at this scenery. It's so beautifully desolate. With a snowstorm rolling in. I love this expansion. I love snow. I mean, I hate snow, but I also love it. It's really pretty, but it's a pain in the ass to drive in. Also, fuck shoveling. Oh, here we go. They're all ready for us. End of the road. You don't seem to be carrying Oathkeeper. Well, if nothing else, we can at least bring them to justice for their countless other crimes and ensure that they harm no more innocents. To arms, Foxy! For justice! For Sulksagil! I thought the coronet would help. That speech still felt rather uninspired. It's not about the speech, kid. It's about being a murder hobo. And, you know, helping people, I guess. This guy's the healer, he has to go first. Oh, he also has the most HP. Fuck it. I guess he's the boss. Oh, he's summoning Void Scent. Hey, that's familiar. I guess these are the same guys that we fought in the other Paladin quest. Broke your stupid book, asshole. Fucking up my rotation. Oh, you'll pay. Don't think that you won't pay. Oh good, there are more of them. Hey, come over here. This quest is basically just reminding me that I'm a tank. Man, he's getting his ass kicked. Constant, heal yourself. I don't have benediction, so I can't heal him. Oh, he did heal himself. Wow, that's actually surprising. Usually these quests are content to just let the NPCs die and spite you. This guy's dead. Hey, you didn't do too bad, kid. Really? No cutscene or anything? Did we win? I mean, by the Fury, we won! That villainous scum will prey on the weak no longer. Pity they didn't have the Oathkeeper. Well, only a day's work for a pair of paladins, eh? Back to Falcon's Nest for a well-earned rest. You're not quite a paladin yet, but I like your gumption. Is that the right word? Gumption? I have to look it up. Well, it's not the right word. I like your balls. There, I like your balls. Can we just say that? Let's go full Team America on it. The wheels of justice are slow to turn, as we know all too well. Even Sir Emmerich, who they say cares deeply for the welfare of every Ishgardian, even he is bound by bureaucracy. Isn't that the truth? It all comes back to the war in the end. If it's not heretics or dragons, well, you know how it is. And the Forelands, well, if you head that far west without enough hired help, you've no one to blame but yourself for what happens. So when my mother's caravan was raided on the road to Tailfeather, I was resigned to never knowing who to blame. Until Sultansworn told me all about Death's Embrace, and I realized they were the ones responsible for that and many other attacks. They chose their targets with care, preying on those who wouldn't be missed, saved by their equally powerless friends and family. But everyone deserves a champion. Even the least among us are worth saving. I don't know if the remaining members of Death's Embrace have Oathkeeper, but even if they don't, it is our duty as paladins to stop them. That's what Sultansworn would say if he were here, right? I agree. That was pretty cool. I learned a new ability. Constant wishes to share with you a rather unusual development. Divine Veil. Upon HP recovery via healing magic cast by self or a party member, a protective barrier is cast on all party members within a radius of 15 yalms. Hey, that's cool. Oh, I have to activate it? That's shitty. Whatever. Curious tidings, Foxy. Not long ago, I received word from an acquaintance of mine, Grimald, who claims to have in his possession a missive written by Sultansworn and addressed to me. He insisted that I come collect it from him in person in Tailfeather, and since we haven't any leads in our search for Oathkeeper, I see no reason to deny him. Let us be off, then. I suppose we can. Alright, so we haven't been to Tailfeather yet, and I feel like the story is going to lead us there anyway, so let's continue with the main story in the meantime. Also, I want this moved. There we go. I must applaud your initiative, Mistress Games. Roth tells me you've been quite busy. Alas, we have not the time to thank you properly. I have a task to which I would commit all able-bodied men and women, you and Lord Artoriel included. Oh, what are we doing? How do these gloves look? They look decidedly knightish, so we're taking them. Calm as ever, even when you must surely sense the gravity of the situation. A veteran through and through, just as Lord Drillamont said. Good. We've lost contact with a reconnaissance party sent north to Riversmeet in search of the heretics' hideaway. Whether they were attacked or met with some other misfortune, we know not. But regardless of the cause, we must act quickly, for this is a harsh, unforgiving land which we must claim. Or, no, which... I read that completely wrong. Which can claim, and has claimed, the lives of many men. To ensure we find our missing knights as quickly as possible, I have assigned each party a different area to search. You and Lord Artoriel will be working together. Seek him out when you're ready to depart, and good luck. We shall do just that. It seems we've been assigned to the area near Camp Riversmeet, Mistress Games. Lest you are unaware, the camp was one of many of our knights were forced to abandon when we withdrew from the Curthus Western Highlands, one of many sacrifices made in the wake of the calamity. 'Twould not surprise me if our knights took shelter there. There is but one way to find out, though. Let us be off. Well, does anything ever end well in these situations? I'm willing to bet those men are dead. God, that's far. Lord Artoriel. Well, the camp looks like it's been used. There, below us. Camp Riversmeet, or what remains of it. I see no way to descend the cliffs safely from here. Should we fall, the beasts below would make short work of us. Come, I know a path to the riverbed below, east of the Black Iron Bridge. I mean, I could jump. It would reduce me to 1 HP, in which case he might be right about the beasts. That bridge is awesome looking. If the reconnaissance party came this way, I see no sign of it. Still, it is possible that recent storms have obscured their trail, or that they took an alternate route to Camp Riversmeet. Until we investigate the camp itself, we cannot be certain. We must press on. Artoriel? The camp appears to be deserted, and yet I cannot shake the feeling that... Mistress Games, pray search the camp while I stand watch. We dare not let the enemy take us unawares. I agree. Is this thing gonna be a problem? Doesn't look like it. Found one of the knights. We also found zombies. Oh, that makes it damage over time. That's cool. So I'm gonna alternate. You okay, friend? Are you alright? I heard the sounds of a struggle. Thank the Fury. I thought no one would come. 3 heretics slain and 1 knight saved just like that. You certainly live up to your reputation, Mistress Games. What happened here, sir? Is there no one else? We were caught in a furious blizzard north of here, my lord. Naught but white all around. until we saw shapes moving towards us, running towards us with naked steel in their hands. I cut down a few of the bastards who came close, but the others... There was shouting and screaming, but after a while I could hear only unfamiliar voices. I found my way to the camp, hoping to hide while the storm passed. But the heretics tracked you here. My lord, the heretics' hideaway lies somewhere to the north. We must move quickly before the snow buries all traces of their passing. For my brothers, we must... Have faith, sir. Justice will be done, but first we must see you to safety. Yeah, it would do no good for you to die after living through that. Oh. I can still fight. Nah, I don't think you can. He has the right of it, Mistress Games. Whatever remains of the heretic's trail will be gone with the next snowfall. We cannot very well leave our friend here. I will see him to Falcon's Nest and gather reinforcements. In the meantime, I would have you search the area to the north of the camp for signs of the attack. Should you pick up the heretic's trail, do not wait for me. Follow it back to their lair forthwith, being sure to leave me some clear footprints. I realize that this plan may place you in considerable danger, but I see no alternative. Dude, I fought literal demigods, I'll be fine. Rest assured we will not be far behind. And Foxy, thank you. Yeah, Lord Artoriel, he's not a prissy pants like he originally comes off as. He just doesn't want his father to underestimate him. There's a lot of pressure on him to be the heir of House Fortemps. To be strong like he needs to be. That's not good. He's dead. Oh boy. The tracks continue to the north. Find the heretic's hiding place. I love this theme. You stay there, Ice Trap. Like, even this theme sounds really cold. Like echoes in an icy wasteland. Fuck you. I can't even summon my chocobo here. Oh, it's dead. Uh-oh. Well, I think you'll find not easy to kill. Should have healed your friend, buddy. Oh hey, there's more of you. Spineless heretic. I wonder why he's spineless. I wouldn't call fighting me spineless. Oh wait, he's running. Never mind. Stay away from me. Sooner or later, you're gonna get tired, dude. Ugh, I'm just out of range. I know he's leading me to an ambush, but, you know. I'm gonna ignore the stupid ice traps. Led me all the way home, did you? Oh, hi, friends. I mean, all you did was lead me to more targets. Okay, you need to die first. Actually, no, you do, because you're the healer. You're probably healing too. God, this music is good. He's not even healing, he's just casting Ruin. And looks like we're done. Who is that? Lady Iceheart. She's alive.
Looking for me, I presume.
Not initially, but sure.
Ah, the child who glimpsed the truth.
No, it cannot be.
She cameth unto me, as didst thou. Alike in gifts, yet set upon different paths.
He speaks true, warrior of light. Like you, I have been blessed with the echo.
Suspicions are now confirmed.
The visions terrified me at first. They came without warning. I wondered what I had done to deserve them. But I had no time to ponder such things once the calamity came. The land turned against us, and in a matter of hours, Falcon's Nest was buried under 10 fulms of ice and snow. We had no choice but to flee for Ishgard. We came to the wall, and while we searched for a way through, there was an avalanche. And then I was alone. So I set forth for Dravania. I knew full well what might happen where I found. But I could not survive on my own. I was found, of course. And not by a mere dragon, but by the great worm Hraesvelgr. And it was then that I knew why I had been given this gift. For with it I heard his voice, and saw the truth through his eyes. I was chosen to deliver this revelation to the people, to bring dragon and man together as they once were, and should ever be.
Killing civilians won't bring them together, or what are the innocents who died when you attacked Foundation? Let's go with that one.
It wasn't supposed to be like that. You have to believe me. It was beyond my control.
Well, you don't have any say over what the dragons do, so I believe that.
Children taught to fear the skies, who saw their loved ones slaughtered. Yet the Dravanians, though they know where the fault truly lies, fell upon them with such fury.
Men die, and their children forget. But we are everlasting. To us, then is as now. Thou canst not comprehend the violation, the outrage, the fury.
I will make this right. I am neither a saint nor a savior, just another sinner. Yet I will not forsake this cause. I cannot. I will see this cycle broken and peace restored. We can do naught else, for we are now as one.
Mistress Games, praise Helone, you are alive. We came as swiftly as we could, but I see we were too late. I had it well in hand. So they were lurking in the cellar of this farmhouse. 'Tis a pity Lady Iceheart escaped, but we must not let that distract from your accomplishment. We have them on the run. You've dealt our foes a telling blow this eve, my friend, and I shall see that your efforts are recognized. Well, Iceheart didn't escape so much as we let her go. There's more to her than meets the eye, for sure. Establishing an outpost in so remote a location could not have been easy. Tenacious devils. The knights have matters here well in hand. Let us return to Falcon's Nest and share our discoveries with Sir Redwald. Come, after tracking heretics across miles of ice and snow, I would say that you are due a few hours' rest next to a warm fire. That sounds lovely, Lord Otwell. So indeed, let's go right back to Falcon's Nest. Lord Otwell, Mistress Games, full glad am I to see you both hale and healthy. What news? You mean to say you hunted the heretics down on your own and slew them before reinforcements could arrive? By the Fury! I believe we have made great strides toward purging these lands of heretics. I mean to say as much when I deliver my report to my father in the Holy See. As will I, Lord Otwell. May it serve to remind our superiors what houses Durandare and Fortemps could achieve through continued cooperation. Indeed. I trust you and your knights are content to handle the rest? We most certainly are, my lord. During your short time with us, you and Mistress Games have accomplished far more than I thought possible. I cannot in good conscience impose upon you any longer. Pray return to Ishgard with my thanks. As you wish, Sir Redwald. We thank you for your hospitality. Yes, let's go back to Ishgard. It's no warmer there, but it's a bit less out of the way. Back at Fortemps Manor. And it seems most people are gone. But that's okay. I forget where Alphinaud went. Mistress Games, I would speak plain. From the first, I questioned your motives and your competence, unjustly I now realize. Rumors have a way of growing more fantastic as they spread, and quite frankly, those surrounding you beggar belief. But Rochefort swore that all the stories were true. He championed your cause and begged Father to grant you patronage. And he duly listened, because for all his wisdom, he has never been able to say no to my dear half-brother. The legacy of my father's sole indiscretion. Ah, so House is not a full Fortemps. Interesting. Mother hated him, of course. Even on her deathbed, she refused to acknowledge him. And, to be honest, she was not alone in her feelings. But that's not the worst of it. At Camp Riversmeet, when we came upon the wounded knight, I knew immediately that one of us would have to pursue the heretics alone, an onerous task fraught with danger. And there you were, the savior of Eorzea, an honored guest of House Fortemps, my new comrade in arms, Hoshfont's dear friend. I told myself it was to be a test, but part of me hoped you would fail. Yet you accepted the task without a word of protest, nor any sign of fear, and you duly tracked the enemy down, faced him alone, and lived to tell the tale. Plainly, Hoshfont had the right of it all along. That I doubted your strength bespeaks my own weakness. But I will not doubt you again, Mistress Games. On that you have my word. It's easy to feel that way. I don't blame you. We'll take... well, none of these are particularly important. No hard feelings, Sir Artworel. Now, let's speak with the steward. Ah, Mistress Games. My lord the Count much desires to speak with you regarding your time with Lord Artworel and Lord Emmanelin, if you would remain here for a moment.
The hero returns. I cannot thank you enough for saving young Emmanelin's life. Aye, he told me everything. I've also received letters from both House Zemail and Durandare praising your conduct, and that of House Fortemps. You've won us much honor, my friend.
My lord!
What is it? Speak.
Pray forgive the intrusion, my lord, but I bring grave tidings. Master Alphino and Mistress Tataru have been detained on suspicion of fomenting heresy.
Oh, Christ.
What? Explain.
They were observed entering a tavern in the lower levels on some half-dozen occasions. There, it is claimed, they made a number of inquiries. Inquiries which brought them into contact with certain, elements. 'Twas this which prompted a Knight of the Heavens Ward to demand that they be questioned. Sir Grinno, my lord.
Sir Grinno is a brute. An exceedingly accomplished brute, but a brute nonetheless. Alas, he is also a son of House Zemail. How quickly we forget the petty nature of men. I'd wager your friends are no more than pawns in another of my countrymen's games. Such is the way of things between the high houses.
So there's some bullshittery afoot. What a surprise. Ishgard seems to be full of that. Though you have won the hearts and minds of many of my countrymen, there are those who will never be swayed. Men who will dismiss your efforts and resent your successes, even as we celebrate them. 'Tis like that one such member of House Zemail is manipulating Sir Grinno, for he is not a man to dabble in politics of his own volition. He may genuinely believe your friends to be guilty, though I am quite certain his masters know better. Yet the truth will avail us not if we cannot prove their innocence. You would do well to speak with Sir Emeric at the congregation of our Knights Most Heavenly. He will know more of these charges. I agree. Let's talk to our good friend Sir Emeric. He's been amenable to us in the past. I'm sure he can help us out this time too. It's been a while since we've seen you, Lord Emeric. Sir Emeric. Whatever. Lord Hoshfont. Foxy, I had but this moment resolved to go and fetch you. I presume you have heard what's happened then. Unfortunately, yes. Handaloop. Why is that name familiar? Sir Emeric has told me much and more about you. Suffice it to say, my expectations are high. Lucia? That they should regard the Scions with such suspicion even after you stood with us on the steps of faith. It is bad comedy. Yet unlike the grave injustice you suffered in Uldar, this wrong may swiftly be righted. I sure hope so. How about you, Sir Emmerich? What do you think? It has been too long, Foxy. Would that this visit came under happier circumstances. You are come to plead for Master Alphino and Mistress Tataru, I take it. Obviously. Word of their detainment reached us while I was delivering my report on the Vanu Primal. Truly, I know not which is the more ludicrous, these charges or that flying feathered whale. That Sir Grinno's accusations are baseless, I have no doubt. Refuting them will be difficult, however, as he is a Knight of the Heaven's Ward. I speak of the personal guard of the Archbishop, the 12 finest knights in all of Ishgard, sworn to serve His Eminence alone. Suffice it to say, their testimony is unimpeachable, and I have not the authority to challenge their actions. After all the Scions have done, routing the heretics and defeating Shiva, helping us to defend the steps of faith and drive back the Javanian horde, after proving themselves true allies on countless occasions, is there naught that we can do? I fear there is but one path to us. We must demand a trial by combat. But of course... In a trial by combat sanctioned by the Inquisition, the victor's claim is judged true regardless of the petitioner's standing. Under Ishgardian law, a trial by combat pits the accuser against the accused. In this instance, Master Alphino and Mistress Tataru would be expected to face Sir Grinno and a second of his choosing. Another Knight of the Heaven's Ward, most like. 2 of them? By the Fury, that can hardly be considered fair. Master Alphino's magical talents will not have gone unnoticed, meaning that he will have no choice but to participate. Mistress Tataru, on the other hand, is quite obviously bereft of martial skill, and should be afforded the right to name a champion to fight in her stead. Lest you doubt, I am ready and willing to serve in this capacity, as I am sure is Lord Orchiphant, but all present know that you are the most accomplished warrior among us, and mayhap in the realm at large. Then it is settled. I will visit Master Alphino at once and can inform him of our intentions. Foxy, meet me at the tribunal when you have made ready. Until then, my friend. So, it looks like we're going to have to beat up some knights. Something much easier said than done, but we have to do it. The lives of our friends, once again, depend upon us. But, sad to say, that's all the time we have left in this episode. In the next one, we're going to face down a couple of the Knights of the Heaven's Ward to save our friends from being unfairly executed. So, until then, my name is Foxy Games, and I'll see you next time. Bye.